The event has a little something for everybody. It has a 50-mile ride, a 25-mile ride, a 10-mile ride. There's a 3-mile ride, which stays on really quiet back streets for some of the younger riders. And then there's the little loop ride over here that is just for some of the kids that don't want to go off the property. And then we have a nice big event going on here after the ride with lots of food and fun, games, bounce houses, just to thank people for coming out today and sponsoring and donating.
4 schools are collaborating using one voice to spread the message that it's really important to support autism education. These kids they have a future just like all other typical kids, and this is the way that we can bring them forward. They can reach their full potential, so that's what today is about.
We have 262 volunteers for this event, and the volunteers are really a result of people in the community who just want to support autism and help. Their parents at the school, their staff at the school, or they're just friends and family of anybody that has a child that attends one of the 4 schools, Reed, Garden, Epic, and Alpine.
The sponsors today have really come out even more so than last year. So Weight Watchers is our presenting sponsor this year, and they are providing not only financial support, but support during the day, on the ground. Both TD Bank and Ramsey Auto Group are here. Their volunteers are on property serving hot dogs. They've really been great community partners. And our diamond sponsors have been fantastic, along with all the other in-kind donors, sponsors who have provided food and water and fun and excitement and all that stuff. Volunteers too. There are 3 long-distance routes. One's a 50, one's a 25, one's a 10-mile route. And that's because we found that riders, there are all different types of riders who want to support this cause. And we want to be able to support them. When they come out, we want them to have an excellent experience. So they run through many, many different towns. I think we have about 14 different towns this year. And so we need to support them out on the routes with vehicles and volunteers that actually take care of them while they're on the route if they have an injury or if their bike gets broken, anything like that. And Pedal Sports and Ridgewood Cycle are our cycling sponsors, and they have provided an amazing amount of support here before the riders leave, checking their bikes, and they also provide marshals actually out on the route.
Woo! Alpine!
The ride, 4 of us went out. It was probably the 2nd time since high school that I rode a bike, and it was tough, but we made it through. It was good. We just going through the community, being cheered on by people, and then the final leg in, being cheered on by everyone. It was nice.
New Jersey has, most people know at this point, one of the highest rates of autism in the country, and there are a number of schools in this state, many of which are represented here today, who are serving that population and doing some really good work. Unfortunately, those schools are very expensive, and so we ask the community to come together and help us to provide a good education for kids with autism. And this is one of the ways that we offset our tuition costs, and it's a way that the community can chip in and support effective intervention and education for kids with autism.
It can be very isolating. Parents are very often up against the wall trying to find the right services for their children, trying to educate the public, trying to educate their teachers sometimes, trying to educate the school district about the nature of the illness, how to treat it, how kids can get better, how some kids can become mainstream. And so to be in a community like this where everybody is united for that cause is just tremendous. 7 in the morning, it was a torrential downpour, and we were unloading, and everybody said, well, what are we going to tell people when we call? And we said, well, if it starts to lightning, obviously they got to use their judgment. It's dangerous, but we kept moving like it wasn't raining, and eventually it cleared. And that's the ethos of the go the distance is to go the distance, and we went the distance, and we are now reaping the benefits.